property line. Thank you very much. Welcome back to Gorp, everybody. My name is Josh. I'm here with Lucci.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, he's here.
Hi.
He's back.
Hello.
Always a pleasure, sir.
I'm back.
Today on Gorp, Gorp, it stands for gripe, object, repine, and post. You see, I got into the thesaurus so I can catch an R word. Repine, I guess.
I don't know what repine means.
It's all complaints. Gorp is about what really grinds our gears today. What really sticks in the craw? You know what I mean? Yeah, no grab bag today. We're just gonna be like a classic podcast. Two fat old men complaining about stuff. Get back to the basics.
I think what's really been bothering, one of the things that I don't know how many people are going to be able to relate, but one of the things that really has been toasting my bread lately is
toasting my bread.
I'm toasting my bread. Bread's toasted, right?
Mm.
So like I'm a parent, I'm a dad, right?
Oh.
When you become a dad, for some reason, you lose all ability to complain about things in general, right? So I'll be like, first off, you're not allowed to complain about your kid, but
right.
Kids suck. So I'd be like, she's, the other day, my daughter was freaking out because she wanted to get ice cream, right? The ice cream man came down the street. So I'm on Facebook and I'm complaining a little bit, and I'm like, it sucks. This guy, I don't the ice cream. She's nuts with the ice cream, and everyone jumps down my throat about it. Like, oh, well, I guess when you were a kid, you didn't even care about ice cream. I guess that's what you're trying to say. It's like, no, it's not. It's just that was 30 years ago, and I'm a different person than I was when I was 5, right? And it aggravates me when people jump down my throat when I'm complaining about things. Let me just complain about my kid. Let me complain. Let me get upset.
And also, why isn't the rest of the world like having the same experiences as me at the same time? Like, come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We should all be having the ice cream debate at the same exact time. Well, me and I got banned from my. You guys have Mr. Softy where you're at?
No. Oh, I've heard of it.
So yeah, he's our ice cream guy. I got banned from our ice cream guy because I got into a fight with him on Halloween. But so now we have this whole thing where we can't even get him unless my wife is here. And it's like,
so he knows your lawn, and you better not come out on your lawn, or
you don't
get
stop.
no dip cones, buddy. Yeah,
you don't stop for me.
Now, you want to talk about that fight, or should we just move on?
Yeah, I mean, we can. It's actually another thing that grinds my gears, right? So Halloween night, right? My kid is 4. She's 4, about to be 4. So the ice cream man ruins her life every time he comes. Whatever's happening stops, right? Whatever's going on stops, and she just wants to be inside of the ice cream truck. It doesn't matter. So Halloween night, I'm trying to snap pictures. We finally get her in her costume. We finally get her outside, and what do I hear?
That racist
stupid ice
jingle.
cream truck. Yeah. So then now she's not interested in trick or treating anymore. All she wants to do is fire to the ice cream man, right? So everything we do aside from that, I think that's wrong. I don't think he should have I don't think he should come through the neighborhoods on Halloween night at 4:00. I think you should wait until way later on in the night, or don't come. Come tomorrow. I get that he's making money. I understand it's a business, but it ruined my kid's night.
It is a pretty good strategy, and it's maybe not a. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll talk about the strategy later. Finish the story.
That's it. I said something to him, and now I'm banned from Mr. Softy.
Oh, it's like that? Like no soup for you? I thought it was like a scruff grabbing situation.
No, he just hit me with the go on and get. I said, okay.
That's the international.
You're done. Yeah, I don't like it.
But it is a decent strategy, like obviously the kids, we're in candy mode. Like that's the mission. We want sugar. And like right at doors opening, starting to knock, starting to do the tricky treatsies, the guy's coming down the lane, and it might not be a bad night to get some ice cream in the kid, because the kid's going to run around like crazy. I don't know. The initial sugar rush, and then load up on the candy for next time. I don't know.
I used the word uncouth. I don't think it was right.
Uncouth.
I think it was uncouth. I think it was an uncouth thing to do.
To the ice cream man?
Yeah. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but I was pretty sure it was time to use it.
I'll tell you what.
Here's my context clues.
I don't know if it's like, it's not like an egregious word. It's like, you called me uncouth. Like you reached in the dictionary to find a word to call me. and that means
Yeah,
nope,
and
we're done.
both of us, we were both standing on opposite sides of the fence, not knowing what that word meant, but we both knew it was disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened.
Okay.
That's what happened. That's my story, and that's what's
Yeah.
it's butter on my biscuits. I just it chaps me. It chaps me when things do that. When people do
Chaps you
things like
raw.
that.
Chaps you raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, you can't say anything about it because as soon as you say anything about it, everybody jumps. They're like, "Yeah, well, remember when you were 6 and you peed yourself at the movie theater?" And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
what does that have to do with what I'm talking about? Why can't I don't know. That's my thing. That's my thing. I'm
That's
mad
my
about it. I
thing.
want to complain about my kid. I want to complain about my kid.
Yeah, I think that is a lasting theme. People can relate, maybe not the ice cream, but I'm sure every dad can relate to the fact that no one cares what you think.
True. That's true.
That's the biggest weight a human can carry. Uh, but you know what? You know what really rusts my tools, buddy? I was thinking about it, and I even made a superhero so I could help vent this emotion. The superhero, I didn't name him yet, but his power is he never gets upset by inanimate objects. So, like, if the scissors aren't working properly, or the thing won't get unstuck, he never loses his temper and yanks the cord so hard that it flies out and breaks. You know what I mean? And then you scream at it, and you do things to spite it, even though it has no emotions. Like, you piece of crap. You know what I mean? Like, I hate this. This car never works. And why are you hitting your car? Really suns my burn. You know what I mean? Inanimate objects, hoses that get tangled. What? Why is it so hard to make a hose that doesn't crink, dude? Like, there's so many materials in this world, and we keep using the same cloth rubber, whatever that crap is. You know what I mean?
So you're talking about getting mad at the table when you stub your toe, kind
Oh
of thing.
yeah, yeah. You glare at it like, ooh.
Mm.
I would like to be a person that's just like, it's cool, man. I'm just bleeding from my toe.
And this superhero, his power is not getting mad.
Yeah, so he has a lot of gadgets, like a big old tool belt, but none of them really work properly. But he'll get it. Just give him a minute. He's fine. It's gonna work out. You know what I mean? He's got to untangle this grappling hook rope real quick. It's all right. It's cool. You know what I mean? They're getting away, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Would you just give me a minute? Just a minute. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I would like to confess something though.
Uh-oh.
I also have the superpower to not get angry when the scissors don't work properly.
You've never felt that emotion?
I feel like it's a little user error. I mean, are you frustrated at the scissors? Because you said the guy's not mad
Well,
at the inanimate objects.
Of course, like you're thinking about in general, you're a pretty zen guy and you're a mature person. Like, it's fine. You know what I mean? We'll fix it, whatever it is. But like, imagine you've been working for 14 hours in the sun and all you have to do now is just water this over here. Put a little water on this with the hose. And the hose is in a French braid. And it just happened naturally. It's not like someone did this on purpose. It's just kinked up,
It just
crinked,
occurred in nature. Yeah.
yeah, and like you're tired, you're famished, you're going through some fatigue. Like you're gonna show your lesser side, and I think that's the moment when it really matters that you keep your cool. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't, though. I think I'm better at it than my dad was at my age, but still have it. You know what I mean? It's still there.
No, yeah, I totally get that. You know what I get inappropriately mad at? It's like along that situation, that same thing. It's like, I guess because we're saying like if I'm using the scissors and they're not working correctly, it's really not the scissors' fault. It's my fault, but I'm frustrated, right? I hate when I because I like Propel. I hate when I drink the last one and then I don't replace it, and then I go in expecting it to have happened.
You got to replenish, dog. That's the rule. You have to replenish.
I go into the fridge and it's not there, and I'm just mad. But the only one to be mad at is me.
And that makes you
for some reason,
madder.
I'm now mad at the Coca-Cola Corporation. Why did you
Yeah.
go?
You
I'm actually
should have
drinking a.
one more in the pack. There should be one more.
Yeah,
What's your best
yeah.
propel?
Why
I
isn't
like
there
the
37?
grapies.
Dude, I'm drinking
I'm
a
a grape
grape right
guy.
now.
Oh, GURP it up,
I'm a
bud.
grape guy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. That just reminded me. I don't know
What's
if
that?
we have time to leave this in, but speaking of inanimate objects and such, my dad would get angry. He was about my age when I was in high school or something, and we'd be fixing something together, whatever it is, with a tool and trying to get in there with the screwdriver, but it's really weird angle. And then like you offer your advice, you're like, why don't you just? And my dad would do this. I'm gonna be you be me, and just like, hey, why don't you turn the angle or something, and I'll be him.
Hey, Dad, why don't you just do your.
like a cat, like an angry cat. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, that was a bit much, but no one says that, and he never notes the fact that I just like, I just
This is a super hiss. Yeah. Yes. Hmm.
overreactions. I think that's probably the theme of the show. Okay,
Yeah.
what about email? That really greases my feet. You know what I mean? Like someone says they'll send me an email, I groan and I like lament having to check my email and sift through all these junks and such, trying the keyword. His name is this. Okay, well that didn't really help. I don't know. I feel like I'm an old man who's having trouble with very old technology. The new stuff is better. Like
Yeah.
send me a DM,
Yeah.
send me a text. Like there's so many ways to contact me, and you use like the fax machine of the internet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm with you. I have to sit there and wait for it to come through. Someone's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna email
Oh,
you over a picture. Just hang on."
yeah.
You're just like sitting there with the box open, like,
Hold on. Let me try one more time. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. I have we had, email for work. I
Of
get it. I
course.
understand we're trying to keep records and stuff. Yeah, but in my personal life, no, no.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
know what's crazy? That used to be like that used to be the hotness, right? And people would be like,
Oh,
"Dude,
yeah,
I have a Yahoo account. That was dope,
for
man.
sure. And
You
like
can email me some stuff."
you actually talk to people. Like you don't need the, it's irrelevant now because we have direct messaging and stuff. But like back then, it
Uh-huh.
wasn't quite as, it wasn't always available. So sending an email, um, really was helpful once upon a time, and you actually had real correspondence, like pen pal scenarios sometimes. You know what I mean? And work emails different, I suppose. I remember in the service, we didn't get inundated with junk because they didn't really,
Yeah.
Google
Like
really
usually,
have
if I
our
get an email,
phone
it's
there.
something real. You know.
Yeah.
You know what? That's another thing that really boils my water. Is the
Water.
my water.
All right, that sets me up for the next one. Go ahead. What
Anyway,
is it? What?
another thing that really boils my. How do we say it? Water. How do you say it?
Worder? Yeah,
How do you
that's it.
say
That's it. Worder. We
water?
say worder. Worder
Water. We say
Herzog.
water. Anyway, that whole part of the fitness industry right now with the
Oh,
pH balance. That just reminded me because you had
yeah,
the pH balanced water.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I go to a grocery store and it's like, hey, if you want this, it's like a 9.4, and but it's $7, but this will really save you. And then I was watching this video of this guy and he's talking about, um, he's like, yeah, there are electron givers and electron takers, and it's like if
Mm-hmm.
you go outside with your shoes off or whatever, and you're touching the ground, you're giving electrons, but if you hug a tree, you're taking some, and it's all going to make you feel better and your life's going to be longer and shit. And I'm like, dude, you're selling me. It's just so fake. It's
You're
just so
selling me
fake.
electrons? Is that what you're selling
You're
electrons
selling it
now?
to me for an extra $7, and people are buying it, which drives me crazy. And it doesn't drive me crazy because it's happening. I don't care that it happens because that's my fault. It drives me crazy that I didn't do it. Like, how come I can't think of something as super simple as like, oh, well, if I just write, there's a pH balance of 8 on this bottle, everyone will buy it
Mm-hmm.
for $7. Why didn't I do that? And
Oh,
why can't I
oh,
take advantage of
absolutely.
this?
It's like the laundry detergent has new fiber cleaning technology. There's technology in this gel. Micro
Yeah.
nanobots or what?
Yeah, my wife and I, we had to go out and buy a brand new $3,000 laundry set, right, with the washer and dryer. It
Okay,
has
okay.
this is it because it has the new technology. You got to buy it. You got to buy this new stuff, right? Her mom has been using the same. My mother-in-law has been using the same washer and dryer for the last 25 years. Their
Oh
clothes
yeah,
are just as clean as ours. They're just as clean, but
yeah.
I got to keep buying new stuff. It drives me nuts.
Well, that's the corporate crap where they make stuff. It's not meant to last. Like printers for computers, they're
Hmm.
not meant to live past 2 3 years old. They will break on
Hmm.
purpose. But and the old
Hmm.
stuff was meant to last. Like the same thing. We got like a 30 or 40 year old washer in there, and it squeaks and it does all kinds of weird stuff, but it will never fully break. It's gonna be there forever,
It works.
Ozymandias style.
It works. Yeah, it's everything pretty much, and I think it's a lot to do with marketing right now too. And we're getting all I don't know where we're going with this, but
Mm.
it's getting a lot to do with marketing too. Because like we had our kid, right? I remember as a child, I sat on a beanbag chair in the bed of my uncle's truck. Right, that's where we all sat.
Hmm.
So he had the cover on the bed of his truck, and we all sat in beanbag chairs in the bed of his truck. Perfectly fine. Everybody was cool. A lot of kids died, right? But none of ours.
We didn't
So
have a
we were all good.
beanbag. We were just rattling around like beans back there.
Yeah. Well, good. So we were even a little safer than you guys. But now we were like about to have our kid, and my wife's like, no, no, we need this. We have a $600 car seat, or else the baby will die. And I'm like, no, that's not even remotely true. We could probably get away with whatever, but then you wind up buying the $600 one because you're a bad parent if you don't, because that's what marketing has done to us. I hate
Yeah,
marketing.
you would
That's
have
what's
found
really
one at Goodwill for $10, and it would have been just fine,
just
guaranteed.
fine, just fine,
But this one has
just
shock
fine.
absorbers and such, and
Yeah,
eucalyptus oils synthetically added to the
yeah.
polymers.
Yeah, they're like there's a 90% additional chance that the kid won't fly through the windshield. They're like, how did they? What? Why?
Why'd you put that in my mind? First of all,
Yeah, that's my thing. Marketing. I guess what I'm getting at is marketing. I wish I could find something that I could just
oh,
dupe people with, and I could just make a bunch of money. There's a lot of
yeah,
money
dude.
out there. I just want
Yeah,
some of
that's
it.
a big thing. Like going back to the pH balance thing. I'm not sure if you know much about chemicals and such, but I went to art school, so they taught me a lot about what. I'm just kidding. But pH balance. If I drink this, my pH will shift probably slightly. But as soon as I have a sandwich, it goes back to normal. Or as soon as I have a Gatorade or a piece of gum, like your pH balance is not some. You have to drink only this, and that'll change your pH balance, and you'll get all the electrons. You can't monetize electrons. They're basically not
Oh,
real.
they are. They are. They are monetizing them, and they're making a shitload of money.
Oh my god.
Body Armor just released one that was like the pH. It has a pH balance of plus 10. This is the best on the market, and
Plus
I'm like,
10.
oh
I
man, I
think
gotta
that's
get
like
that.
the kind of it'll wouldn't that like melt your tongue? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like eating soap or acid, one of the two. Um depending on where your
I know it's
pH balance
silly,
is
but
at.
I'm like, I know it's not what it means, but I'm just like, why do I want all this electricity running through me? And then my wife was like, it's not electricity.
I don't want to be electric. I don't want that.
Yeah, yeah, I always shocked all the time. It's like, oh, this is why when I touch the door in the winter, I get
Yeah.
shocked. It's because of my pH balance. It's all off. I got to spend $7 on water.
Speaking of marketing and such, what really poisons my water supply is like the online marketing and the personalities that you catch on the YouTubes and such, the react videos and like people who are selling like I woke up this morning and the first thing I did was put on my little cream. This is a cream that I got from the store and it's all only on Sundays can you buy it and it's really good. It has electrons in it. And if you rub it into your face first thing in the morning, like I always do on my resort that I live on in Fiji, like they just who are you talking to with that voice? Don't give me that tone. Or the guys that are super don't super enthusiastic about it. Like, this isn't really selling a thing, but I guess you're selling yourself in this case, so it kind of counts.
Mm-hmm.
But like the guy who's like, he's watching like someone do a Rubik's Cube, and the guy's like, "Oh, here we go, guys. Here's another video. Ooh, he's got a Rubik's Cube. Oh, I've seen one of those before. What's he gonna do with it? Oh, he did it so fast. I can't even believe it. Ooh, what's this? Another kind of Rubik's Cube? I've never seen a spherical Rubik's Cube. Whoa! Oh, he solved it. Like, who are you talking to like
Yeah.
that? You're not
And
Tigger."
then at the end of it, they're just like, yeah. At the end of it, they're just like, all right, comment at the bottom, tell me what you say, and then like and
Yeah.
subscribe.
What
You
did you
just
think
you just
about
played
that?
somebody else's video. Just played somebody else's video for me, and went whoa a couple of times, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to like your channel now,
Yeah,
and
it's
it
like you're.
works. And it
It
works. They
works.
get
I
people.
mean, it works. Especially like you. Obviously, I'm not the demographic, but I'm watching it and I'm angry, so I guess I'm talking about it and helping
Yeah.
them out.
Just
But they're trying to trick the kids, and that's what gets me. They're trying to trick those. They're trying to get those kids. And it works because kids are stupid.
yeah,
Your kids are stupid.
yeah. They all
But
are.
also
They
the
all are.
people that are they just sit there on TikTok or whatever and they just read Twitter comments and they just move their head like, haha, this is what look at what he wrote. Next one. There's a good one. That's funny. It's like the equivalent of someone just showing you their phone, just like holding it up to your face.
Yeah.
So you're showing me my phone, your phone on my phone, your phone on my phone. That's a good album name.
Yeah. Your phone on my phone.
With Ray J and Usher.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I actually hated TikTok. I guess I still do. I hate the dancing and stuff. I think that it's stupid. But then every once in a while, there's like an informational channel on there, and I'll get lost in a spiral and not sleep for a week. But the dancing and the watching of other people's videos, I don't want it. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want it. Yeah, I don't do TikTok a whole lot. I got off it. Now I'm back on because Gorp has a show. It's called At Gorp Show on the TikTok. Check us out. Mostly it's just me looking at bugs. I had a little algorithm going for a while, and it was mostly just artists doing art crap, comedy, like stand up and stuff. But going into the art stuff, that kind of sometimes annoyed me too. Like, just show me the painting. Like, don't like, here's the reveal. Just show me the painting. Like, let me look at it. Like, show me it like, from the beginning, and then show me some close-up so I can see what you did there. I don't want all the pomp. And now, I'm just getting older by the second here. Anyway.
Yeah, I can follow that traffic. Because you know what? Something else that's been really popping my pimples lately. You know you go on a recipe website, you see something, it draws you in, right?
Yep.
You're like, oh, cool, I want to get this guac has this special thing on it.
Yeah,
and then it's
guac.
like a 45-page website that you have to scroll down and listen to their entire life story and about how their kids were raised on an organic farm and all this other stuff that has nothing to do with the guac, and it takes you forever.
Papa always liked to walk around barefoot.
Yeah, it's hidden somewhere in between these pages and pages and pages of information.
And that's when my father left me. Set the oven to 450.
Yeah. Like, I always made these cookies because I thought he was going to come back, and then just keep going on and on and on. I don't understand. How about I click the website and you give me the recipe, and that's the end of transaction?
Yeah. The stupid logical explanation is that they have to do this to take up space on the browser for more ads. They have to fit 7 ads in there, and they can't just show you 7 ads. I'd honestly prefer that. If you just give me 7 blocks of ad in a row, and I just scroll down a little bit, and there's the biscuits and gravy. And it's a win-win because now all the ads are right there on the screen. I didn't scroll past them. They're right there next to the biscuits and gravy recipe. We don't need all that copy.
I agree.
Bud.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about all that stuff. I just want the pot roast recipe. That's all I want.
Tell me about that pot roast. You know what has pot roast? A lot of good pot roast recipes include a good old beer poured in there to cook. And that's something that really stinks my socks. What's up with New Belgium? You familiar with New Belgium?
I am.
One of my first loves as far as microbreweries go. There's plenty superior microbreweries. However, that was my first love.
I think it's pronounced I think it's pronounced brewery, like octopi.
Octopi. That's also octopus. They don't. There's no octopi. That's not a word.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
plural for octopus.
no, it's octopuses. But no one wants to say octopuses. It truly is. Nobody wants to say
It's octopi.
octopuses. It's not though.
Same thing with
It's
same thing with
octopuses.
geese. I think it's guy. No,
It's
wait, that's
gorse.
not true.
It's a gorp of geese.
Anyway, so your favorite thing about
Uh,
Brewerize has
oh yeah,
been
yeah, yeah. I was just talking about New Belgium's one of my favorites, and I'm a Colorado kid mostly, and so I've had a nice satellite orbit around New Belgium as a company, and they used to have some good stuff. But lately, it's all been like the past 3, 4, 5 years. It's been Voodoo Ranger, nonstop Voodoo Ranger,
Mhm.
and Voodoo Ranger is just a different kind of IPA. They have like juicy Voodoo Ranger, cold Voodoo Ranger, with a hint of cherry or whatever. Like there's like 5 different Voodoo Rangers, and I can't find one of their original recipes to save my life. Like 1554, that's a great beer. There's so many good beers that they've made. They had a really good triple, but nope, it's all IPA now. IPA, juicy IPA, hazy IPA, juicy and hazy. I'm not saying I'm tired of IPAs. I'm just saying, show me something else. When was the last time you had a red
Mhm.
beer? Good stuff, bud. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like the sours and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, a sour. I like one
I don't
sour
like this.
while I'm sitting with my feet in some water, like a lake. I can do one sour on the lake.
Oh, I thought you meant like cleaning your feet.
I
I
would
was
like
like,
to have my feet
it's
cleaned while I'm sipping
there's
on
just a
sours.
weird like okay, he likes a sour and his feet clean. That's okay, but I get what you're saying. You're
Sitting on the
sitting with your
lawn in a
toes
kiddie
in the
pool,
sand, eating the
toes in the
sour.
sand, bud.
I don't
I'll do a
like
sour. Just one.
I don't like a sour. It tastes like beer that has gone bad to me.
Yeah, it's too many electrons in it, is what it is.
A lot
Um,
of electrons, a
I
lot of
really
electricity fired in there.
sipping on a battery. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with you, man. I think this IPA craze it's justified because people love it. They love their IPAs, but
Oh yeah, they do love their IPAs, and IPA's different now. I'm not sure if you knew this, but really today, IPA just means there's hops in it, and a lot of times people will start making a beer and they'll mess up the recipe, so it's no longer this kind of beer. So let's just call it an IPA. Throw some more hops in it, so it's like really hoppy at the end. Boom, now you got an IPA, and we're calling it Moscow's Fist. That sounds good. Draw a picture that's really cool on the label. Did it. That's a terrible name for a beer.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you were going. I think you were
Moscow's Fist. That's like the
Mas-
worst name for a beer.
yeah.
Ugh.
I think of the Fist of Moscow.
The Fist of
Moscow's
Moscow.
Fist.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
Have to be a really
yeah.
oppressive
I'm with
label.
you. Yeah. I was big in IPAs for a while because I wanted to be like cool. I'm like, yeah, I drink an IPA, but now I'm just like, I'll take it or leave it. Everyone should shut up and stop drinking IPAs because Josh doesn't like them. We'll all just do everything you want
Why
to do at
can't
all
you have
times.
the same experiences as me at the same time? Listen,
I'm
we're over
I'm,
it.
at, I'm actually glad you brought up old Buzz. Another thing that's been really slurping my soup lately is Buzz is part of one of them, right? But people who don't believe in conspiracy theories are driving me crazy.
People that don't believe in any, like
That
atheistically,
don't
or
believe in them. Yeah, guys that are just like, oh yeah, sure, like yeah, okay, so we didn't go to the moon. And I'm like, yeah, we didn't. You know, and people just they don't want to have that conversation, and it drives me banana sandwich when I talk to people who are just like the government's batting 1,000. They're not lying to you whatsoever.
right.
Everything's true. I
Yeah.
hate that. I can't stand it.
Well, the
Don't like it.
moon landing definitely irrefutably
Didn't
happened,
occur.
but
It didn't occur. It's not it didn't even happen at all.
it's impossible to have filmed that with any sort of Hollywood trickery. There's no way it could have been done.
Oh, you
But
know
anyway,
everything about every single piece of Hollywood equipment that was ever made.
I know how light works in general, and you can't replicate the light from the sun on the moon with any form of technology of the 70s or 60s or whatever. It couldn't have been done. It's impossible.
So
Ambient light,
we couldn't replicate a shadow, but we could send someone to the moon and bring them back. That's
right.
realistic.
Right. You
Come on,
understand? Like the sun
come
is
on.
thousands of miles away.
You're doing it.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm with you on the conspiracy theory thing. I'm just saying this one didn't have like you can't fake the sunlight, the shadows that the spaceman has, and the spacecraft and the flag were all parallel, absolutely parallel. You can't fake that with any form of light.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I wonder
anyway,
if maybe they could just use a different light source.
no, because then you cast two shadows. There was
I wonder
only one
about
shadow.
editing.
You
I
can't
saw a
edit
movie about a
that.
fish. I saw a movie about a fish talking the other day. I wonder if they were able to edit that to happen. It's
You know what,
ridiculous.
fish?
This is ridiculous.
This
It's
is
ridiculous. It's
ridiculous.
just,
But yeah, you are
yeah,
right. Like the government's definitely not betting 1,000. And like, if you don't think
yeah,
there's some form of alien situation happening, then you're just silly. Like, there's
yeah.
official documents going back a long ways. Who's the guy? Michael Crichton, the book man. He writes the books. The only guy that writes books, Michael Crichton. He got his house raided by the CIA or FBI one time, and they searched the whole place, tossed it, and they're like, "Hey, how do you know so much about government crap?" And he said, "I just went to the library." You know what I mean? He just read a lot of books about secret agents and stuff, and they
Yeah.
almost poisoned
And they're like,
him. They
the
almost got him.
library, what's that? Yeah.
Let's change this up a little bit. Tell you what really stubs my toe. Like a lot of feet references for me. Anyway,
Big foot
going
guy,
back
huh?
to people who for no reason have to throw a preposition of sorts into what they're saying. Like, I got the best thing for you, Lucci. I got the best thing for you. You ready for this? You ready for this? I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Are you ready? Wait for it. All that stuff. Just tell me.
Hmm?
Or like on what if I told you that? No, you don't have to say what if I told you. Just say it. Okay?
Yeah, why don't you just tell me?
Well, yeah, wait for it or you'll never guess. Or like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then they say, "You'll see." Just tell me. Jerks. All of them jerks.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
flustered right now.
Yeah. What guess what Angie did last week? What?
I don't want to.
Just come in and say Angie did this last week. I don't want to have it's a
Yeah.
game. And they're like, yeah, I
I don't
get
like
you.
games.
Yeah. Don't play with me. And they're like, and
Or
they say like, I don't care about this whatsoever. Like right away. I don't give a shit about Angie.
Angie can go to hell. What really stains my knickers is sports related. Okay, this is probably an old song you've all heard
Oh,
before. I don't care. We're going to
sports
talk about it
related.
again.
Probably.
And I think you've been guilty of this. I would guarantee it. Are you ready for this? Wait for it.
I'm
Uh,
pissed. Do it. Just
we
tell me what's
won.
going on. I'm
How
furious
did
right
how,
now.
how did your Eagles do this year? What kind of accent is that? And then you say, "Oh, we did pretty good." Did you? Did you do pretty good on the team? Come on, you're not part of the
Oh,
team.
the we?
They don't care
Yeah, I'm a
about
wee
you.
guy.
You're a wee
I'm a
guy.
wee guy.
You're a wee boy.
I'm a wee guy.
Explain yourself.
I'm a wee guy. It's part of my life. It's me. I'm part of it. I pay my tickets.
Nope.
I buy my merchandise, right? I get my
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
I pay for salaries. I'm part of the I pay my taxes, which built the stadium, right?
Hmm.
I don't
Maybe.
see any benefit from it whatsoever. I mean, I guess I've made money on like gambling, I guess. But I
Yeah,
haven't
that
like
makes you part of the
they've
team
never
because
paid
people who are on the team
they've
aren't
never
allowed to
paid
gamble
me.
on their own games. Oh boy. Okay. Well,
But I've never
that
you
reminds
know
me of
what?
the last time Eminem dropped an album, and me and him made a pretty good album together.
I don't like that. I don't like that you did that.
I don't like what that you did there. Oh.
I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that one. I'm not a big fan of that. That's not me.
Well,
But no, I'm a wee guy. I've always been a wee guy. I don't know why. I
Wii
don't know why.
Sports. You know what I mean? Bowling, home
Yeah,
run derby.
we
Well, I
we
mean,
as
I
in
can't
I'm.
deny that you're having a different experience as me. I've never really done the Wii
Y'all can't
thing, but
deny it.
I've never really had a solid my team. I always kind of just jumped around like a bandwagon jerk. I kind of stuck to the Denver Donkeys for a while, but it was just
I'm glad you said
posturing.
that. That's another thing that really. Gets me upset. I don't have
Mm.
anything. I don't have anything. Pickles. Another thing that pickles my pears, right? Is people that are sports fans from of a team that's not where they're from.
Okay. Yep.
Drives me crazy. Oh yeah, no, I'm from New York, so I'm a Yankees, but I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm also a Lakers fan. And I'm like, no, you're not a fan of these teams. You just grew up in the '90s when they were all good.
Yeah.
You're a bandwagon loser. Drives me
Bandwagon
crazy.
loser.
I had to sit through all these seasons of the Philadelphia Eagles not winning jack, and then they win
Yeah.
a Super Bowl. It meant something to me. If I just each
Hmm.
year was like, no, I'm a Patriots fan this year, or no, Broncos back to back, I'm a Broncos fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It drives me crazy. I hate it. I can't. I always call those people frauds, and then I have like people be like, oh yeah, but what about like my one cousin they played for the Mets, so blood's thicker than water, and I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's
That's not
not.
what that phrase means.
If my kid grew up and played professional football for the Dallas Cowboys, I would hope he got hurt. How about that? That's how I feel.
I hope you twist your ankles. Oh
Yeah.
boy, well,
You
there
know
are
what?
some exceptions, I think. Like, so I'm from Colorado Springs, and south of Colorado Springs
None.
is Pueblo, and
None.
Pueblo
There's no. There's
Pueblo is a
no. There's
big
no exceptions.
Pueblo is a big steel town. So they're like the whole town is Steelers for no reason. Everyone in Pueblo is a Steelers fan because steel. Yeah, because I guess their grandpa was in steel worker. So that's
Okay.
basically it. Does that count? The whole
The
town claims it.
town of Pueblo, the town of Pueblo, Colorado, is filled with a bunch of frauds.
Frauds.
They're all frauds. You're
Oh
not allowed to be
man.
Steelers fans. You can be. Like my thing is, you can be, but you just have to say, you know what? I'm a Steelers fan fraud. That's what I'll accept.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah. Okay,
accept
as
that.
long as you have that little additional medal on your chest, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
you can
a
put the
little
Steelers
asterisk.
there, the Stillers. You have to pronounce it Stillers
A
if you're
little
really a
asterisk.
Steelers fan. That's first of all. They're not Steelers. They're
Like
Stillers.
I'll have arguments with people, and they're from New York, and they're like, yeah, well, my team. I know you're gonna be upset about me saying my team. Sorry, they'll be like, my team has 6 Super Bowls, and I'm like, they're not your team. You're not from Dallas. You're just fake. They go, I could just now. I just okay. Well, then I'm a Pittsburgh fan today, and I have more Super Bowls than you. Now what? I
Yeah,
hate it. It drives me.
I like French
It
fries, so
chaps
I'm a
me.
Pittsburgh fan.
Yeah, it chaps
Um,
me. I don't like it. I don't
yeah,
like it.
that's another one definitely though that like really stretches my
Yeah.
shirt. Ah, that's good. That phrase you said,
But
blood is thicker than water. Like people use that phrase so wrong all the time. The phrase officially is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which really means the relationships you choose outside of family is deeper than your family. Like the people you serve with are your brothers. And, that's what that phrase means. The people you choose as your family are more important than your actual family. So people misuse that phrase all the time, and it
is that true?
really
Is that
upsets me.
true, or did you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
make that up?
No, I think I'm explaining it wrong, but the phrase is the blood of the covenant, which is we swear oaths together kind of thing, is thicker than the water of the womb, which means birth. So like the war buddies are closer than anyone in the world are because they have the blood of the
Hmm.
covenant. That's what that phrase means, and stop using it wrong. Speaking of things that are said wrong, like wooder. Okay, here's a thing. Here's a very Italian thing. Last time you were here, you talked about Italians being fake Italians. Bruschetta is how you pronounce bruschetta.
Yeah.
It's not bruschetta. The people just made that pronunciation up. Like it was an American saw the word and said, "Oh, it must be bruschetta," but it's not. It's bruschetta, and it's like people trying to sound fancy. They made up this affectation for this word, just trying to sound fancy, and in so doing, you're mispronouncing something. Ugh, I just feel
You
so
think
pretentious right now.
bruschetta sounds fancier than bruschetta?
I think it's an attempt at it. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's where that came from.
Yeah. My wife does that. Every once in a while, she'll pop out I'll say I just need some ricotta cheese, right? But she'll be like, it's actually ricotta. And I'm like,
Ragotto! Che
yeah,
sono
stop, dude. Yeah. we're gonna try. We're gonna have some manigot tonight. I'm like, oh, come on, stop
Come
it,
on.
stop it.
I want
You're not from
manicotti.
Rome.
I want it
Yeah, I want my
manicotti like they serve
manicotti.
at Sbarro.
And I know I'm saying certain things wrong. I don't say what are wrong. You say that wrong. But I understand that I'm saying certain things from other languages wrong. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
like I
I'm
don't
me.
go around
I'm
saying
still me.
Deutschland. I still say Germany. I don't say Deutschland, etc. I don't even know what
Deutschland.
China is actually
Yeah.
called.
I think
Whatever.
it's pronounced China.
How do you feel about attempting to do the Spanish accent when you're saying something? Like obviously taco is just pretty much a taco. But like if you're doing
Say
like
like somebody saying like somebody says tortilla.
tortilla, yeah, or if I go over tortilla or a chimichurri, you know what I mean? Should I just say chimichurri?
I
Depending on
think
the
you just got to be
crowd.
yourself. I think you
But
just got to
I
be
feel like
yourself. I mean,
see that's the thing. I'm having an identity crisis here. I don't know if I should be if the real me would say chimichurri or if I would say chimichurri because I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Who am I?
it would be like if
Oh shit.
somebody came up to me and they were trying to talk to me and they just started using a fake Philly accent. I would think it was
Yeah.
insulting, right? So I mean, it's if I get the chimichurri sauce. I don't know if it's
Chimichurri.
yeah. I don't know. It's not a. I'm not going to say. I'm not even going to attempt to say it the other way. But yeah, I was for a while. I'll be like, oh, I get a tortilla, but I sound like an
Yeah,
asshole, so I don't do
birthday.
it.
Yeah. I
I don't.
definitely did that. I definitely went full asshole when I worked on the line at Chili's when I was about 17. The whole back was pretty much all Hispanic. They're all direct Mexicans. Like they crossed over the border last year.
Yeah.
Great guys. At a certain point, I started talking with a Mexican accent like an asshole. And it was a really bad Mexican accent because I don't have a Mexican accent. But I was like,
Yeah.
if you're
You're like,
down
I'll take
south,
some por favor.
yeah, but give me the ranch, por favor. Like, what are you doing, bud? And no one told me to stop doing it for a long time. I had to pick it up on myself.
Yeah, it
Oh, I'm
just
not supposed
happens.
to pretend that I'm
It
Mexican.
just happens.
Like they'll understand me better if I pronounce it this way. I hate it. Anyway, I think we've gone on long. I wasn't even watching the clock. This has been the Gorb Show. Two old guys complaining on the porch. You can reach us at Gorp Show or on the TheSadFan at YouTube. Lucci, you got any last words?
Yeah, you can reach me at brookerloves.net